All right. Good morning. Come on onto your mat. Just get a sense of what's going on for you this morning. Usually starting with the outside, the physical body, your surroundings, just noticing your space. Maybe naming a few things that you see as you begin to come into your yoga space. And then allowing the body to move in any way that feels nice this morning as you get started. Just noticing what's going on in the body this morning. And then when your body's letting you know that you're ready, coming into stillness, whatever that means for you, maybe taking a few steps, maybe rocking back and forth, side to side. Allowing the gaze to rest on an object or close the eyes. Gently slowing down the body, observing the mind, bringing the attention to the breath. As the eyes close or rest on an object, maybe noticing that the sense of hearing becomes a little stronger. Maybe listening for a few moments, naming any sounds you can hear. And then beginning to scan the body from the top of the head down to the toes. As you go this morning, maybe this morning, noticing any sensations, maybe the air moving around you, any coolness, any warmth, where the clothes touch you, where you touch any surfaces. And then bring yourself back to your sense of smell, noticing the nose, noticing any smells. And then gently bring your attention to the right nostril. Feel the air going in through the right nostril and then out through the left nostril and in through the left nostril and out through the right nostril. Continue this way a few more rounds of breath, just following the breath in through the right, out through the left, and then back the other way. And then gently bring your attention to your chest, feeling the chest as it rises and falls with the breath. And then that area at the bottom of the rib cage, feeling it as it expands and softens. Maybe adding the sense of touch here. You can feel the ribs spreading apart as you inhale and softening as you exhale. We'll take 3 long, slow breaths. Draw the air in through the nose And gently sigh it out through your mouth. Drawing the hands together in front of you and rubbing them together, getting the palms of the hands nice and warm. And then placing those hands anywhere you'd like. It maybe needs a little extra attention this morning. Breathe into those spots. And as you feel the warmth of the hands begin to cool off, draw the hands back together and rub, 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 rub. And maybe place them back in the same spot or another spot. Sending the warmth of the hands to that area that you want a little extra attention. And imagining you can send the breath there. Very long, slow breaths. And then gently bring the hands down to the sides. Take a deep breath in, shrug the shoulders up, tighten the fingers, tighten the toes, and exhale, let everything go. Inhaling, tightening, and exhaling, release. 2 more times. And then if your eyes are closed, gently begin to blink them open. And on an inhale, slowly let the arms begin to rise as you'd like, and exhale down. And allow yourself to experiment. Maybe you take it in a different plane. Maybe you turn a little bit. Maybe you have one hand go forward, one hand go back. Move with the breath and in different directions. Maybe turning the head, maybe looking up, maybe looking down. Two more breaths, experimenting with the movement in any direction you'd like. And then we'll all meet back in mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhaling both arms up. Keep your arms out a little bit, soften the shoulders down, draw the shoulder blades together. Bend the knees just a little bit, bend the elbows. And then grow up and expand. Exhale, softening down just a little bit. Inhaling, expand, and exhale, sinking. 3 more breaths like this. And then gently bring your arms back down to your side, back to your mountain pose. Let the chin come down to the chest. Breathe into the back of the neck. And then gently lift through the chin. Maybe bring the jaw over the front teeth, feeling a nice stretch through the jawline. You could move it back and forth and side to side, or just stay in stillness, doing what feels right to your body this morning. Take a big breath in. Slowly exhale, soften the jaw, bring chin back down to chest. Breathe into the back of the neck. Inhale, lifting through the chin. A nice length through the front of the neck. Again, maybe you move the jaw. And on an exhale, soften the jaw, bring chin back down. Breathe into the back of the neck. And then one last time, inhaling, lifting the chin, finding that space through the front. Again, maybe playing around with the jaw. On an exhale, release the jaw, bring chin down to chest. Breathe into the back of the neck. Maybe this time you bring your hands up to the base of the skull, right behind the thumbs, right behind the ears, and massage that little soft spot right at the base of the skull and below the ears, at the back of the jaw. And then gently let the hands come down around the base of the neck, along the jawline, down into the shoulders. And drop the hands down when you're ready. Take a nice breath in and let it out. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Turn palms up towards the ceiling. Bring fingertips on one side over, the fingertips on the other side down. Turn the head towards the fingertips on your shoulder. And then we'll reverse. With your breath, maybe you'd like to stay for a few breaths on one side. Make this your own practice. Do what feels nice to you. And the next time you come back through center, pause there. And back to your mountain pose. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and softly lower them down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Reach up with one hand. Feel the length through the side body. And exhale down. Inhale back up. And exhaling down. Pause with the arm up. This time, bring your other arm up. Hold on to the wrist. And go towards the side of the wrist you're holding. So for me, it's my left hand. Breathe into the side body. Inhale back through center. Exhale the arms down. And we'll repeat on the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling down. Feeling from the waist down, reaching down, and the waist up, reaching up. Making space through the side body. And the next time the arm comes up, let's bring the other arm up to meet it. Hold on to the wrist. And we'll move over to the other side. Feel free to move the head or turn the head in a different direction. If you find a spot that's saying, oh, that feels good, stay there for a couple breaths. Inhale back up. Exhale the arms down. Inhale, reaching out. Time, exhale, arms down. Pulling the elbows back, the hands slightly back. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze, squeeze, squeeze behind you. And then bring the arms together. Opening up. Nice inhale, lift through the chin. Exhale, bring the arms together, chin to chest. Moving with your breath. It's time to stay open, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then come back to more of a neutral shape, head looking, or eyes looking straight ahead, arms at a T. We'll reach up on one side and back down and reach up on the other. Gently moving with your breath. One more time to each side. And back to your mountain pose. Take a nice inhale, maybe shrug the shoulders, tighten the toes and the fingers, and exhale, let everything go. Inhaling the arms out to the sides. We'll move into a little twist, bringing one hand to the chest, the other hand slightly behind us. Look over the shoulder. Breathe. Inhale in through center, nice and tall. Exhale into your twist. Nice. The next few breaths you choose, you could flow through this, twisting back and forth with the inhales and the exhales, or stay on one side for a couple breaths. Two more breaths. And when it feels right, come back to your mountain pose. Pause here. Again, tighten everything up on the inhale. And exhale, release. Take the feet a little bit wider apart. We'll lift the heel on one side and then lift the heel on the other side. Really try to connect with the ball of the foot, feeling it push into the floor. And then keep the heel up on one side and reach through the opposite arm. Feeling that connection up through the crossbody. Exhale, lower down and reach to the other side. And continue this way for a few breaths. And pause in the center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, slowly sink down. You don't have to go to your deepest squat just yet. We're just getting started. Inhale, right back up. And exhale down. Maybe you lift a heel and place it down. Lift the other heel and place it down. And inhale up. Exhale down. Lift the heel. Lift the other heel. We're going to add on here. Lift the heel and stretch. Breathe. Back to center. Lift the other heel and stretch. Breathe. Back to center. We're going up to star. Exhale down. Lift the heel. Stretch. Back to center. Lift the heel. Stretch. Back to center. Up to star. One more time through. Up to star. This time we'll bring the hands down to our lower backs. Open up through the heart center. Lift through the chin. And breathe. And release back. Modified mountain pose. We'll let our hands slide and glide down as we come into a squat. Stop wherever it feels right. Leave your hands here. Bring them to heart center. Come to a deeper squat. Whatever feels right in your practice right now. And breathe. Engage the core. Push into the feet. Rise all the way back up. Exhale, hands behind you. Squeeze through the shoulder blades. Lift through the chin. Breathe. Glide the hands down the outside of the legs towards the knees. Squat. This time we'll move into the forward fold. So maybe that's coming down to elbows. Maybe that's using a prop in front of you. Maybe it's reaching to the floor. Pause and breathe. Maybe straightening and bending the knees a little bit. Maybe alternating side to side. And on an inhale, slowly rise all the way back up. Exhale the arms down. And pause. We'll put that all together. So what we're going to do first is lift a heel and stretch. Back to center. Lift the other heel and stretch. And back to center. Inhale to start. Exhale down to squat. Lift the heel, stretch. Lift the other heel, stretch. Back to center. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms down, squeeze, lift the chin. On the next exhale, hands to the lower back, squeeze, lift the chin. Let the hands slide down towards the knees, come into your squat. Stay here or move into the forward fold and breathe. On the next inhale, push into the feet, engage the core, slowly rise all the way back. Exhale, arms down. Pause here. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, draw the elbows down, lift through the chin. Inhale, reach up, chin to chest. Exhale, draw arms down, lift through the chin. Inhale, reach up, chin down. One more time. And this time, bring the arms together in front of you, chin to chest. And then slowly sink down into your squat. And breathe. From here, we'll come back up. Maybe take your feet a little wider apart. And we'll come down into our squat. And we'll lift those heels again. Notice if it feels different, better, worse, just different. And then when you're ready, maybe add in, lift the heel and stretch. And then the other side. This time, pause. Feel the ball of the foot connecting. Feel the reach through the side. You can always have the heel down. We're going to bring our shoulder forward, down towards the floor and around. Lower the heel so that we come back on the other side. Lift the other arm. But the heel can stay down, or you could lift it. Bring that top arm and shoulder forward, down and around, over to the other side. And breathe. You can continue pausing on each side, or maybe you want to get this a little flowy. And don't feel that you have to stay in one plane. If you feel like coming further forward or more to one side would serve you better, feel free to. Kind of like an elephant wagging its trunk. And one more time to each side. And then pause and center. Inhale, reach up to start. Exhale, hands down and bring the feet back together. Shake out whatever needs shaking. Take a few steps. Inhale, reach up. Let's hold it onto that wrist again. And reaching over. Breathe through the side body. Notice if it feels any different this time. Inhale through center, switch out the hands. Go the other way. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands down the sides of the legs, coming into your chair pose. And breathe. One more nice, long, slow breath here. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, arms down. From here, we'll grab a hold of our props, getting a chair or a wall. We will start facing our prop, the wall or the chair, the piece of furniture. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming into a forward fold. So walking back until you have a nice flat back. Bend and straighten knees. Maybe pause and then bend one knee and then the other, getting some movement through the hips side to side. And then pause, step forward with your right foot. Right foot's forward, left foot's back. Feeling a nice stretch through the back of the calf, maybe stepping it back a little further, pushing the heel down towards the floor. One more breath here. Then we'll come into a high lunge, so lifting that heel, connecting the ball of the foot. Play around with balance. You can keep your hands on your prop. Maybe you lift one, maybe you lift both. And breathe. Nice job. One more nice, long, slow breath. Exhale, hands back down. Step the feet together. Take a nice breath in. Let it all out. Step back with the right foot. Again, this time only back far enough so that you can keep that back heel down, bend into the front knee. Feel the stretch through the back of the back leg. And breathe. One more nice long stretch or breath. And then we'll move into high lunge. So maybe simply just lifting the heel, coming into the lunge. Maybe you want to hop that foot back a little bit. Keep breathing. One more nice, long, slow breath here. Exhale the hands down and step the feet together. Into a nice stand. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands down to your props, stepping back to flat back. Bend and straighten the knees. Maybe alternating knees. Step forward with the right foot. Bend into the right knee. Again, coming into the lunge on this side again. You choose. You could stay in stillness, or maybe you lower this back knee and come up. Nice. And then pause in your lunge. Bring this back foot in and far enough so that you can straighten out the front leg. Bring the right hand to the hip. Let the left hand go up if your balance is feeling good. And reach forward. Maybe you bring your hand down to the prop. Try to draw the right hip back, left hip forward so the hips stay flat. The intention here is to feel the stretch through the back of the front leg. But depending where you're tight this morning, you might feel it other places too. One more nice, long, slow breath. Bring the hands back to your support, bend into your front knee. Inhale, rise back up. Step the feet together. Take a breath in and let it out. Step back with the right foot. We'll first come into our high lunge. Staying here, or maybe lowering the back knee and rising back up. Move with your breath. Two more times. Pausing in your lunge so that you can step the back foot in, straighten out the front, find that stretch through the front, back of the front leg. This time, left hip reaches back, right hip reaches forward, and breathe. Two long, slow breaths here. Bend into the front knee. Step the feet together. Back to your mountain pose. Take a breath in. Let it out. And walk back again so you can come to that nice flat back. This time, we're going to shift our way into our right foot so that our left leg can come up behind us. Toes are down towards the floor. Pushing through both heels, head reaching towards the wall in front of you. Belly lightly engaged. And breathe. Nice. And then exhale that foot down. Do any shimmying, shaking you want. Place the weight into your left foot. Let the right leg rise up behind you. Push through both heels. Reach through the head. Feel free to play around with balance if you want. One more nice, long, slow breath here. And exhale the foot back down. Again, do any shimmying that you like. Bend and straighten the knees. And then slowly come to a stand. Take a nice breath in. And let it out. For the next part, if you have a chair, you might want the back of the chair, you might want to move it around so that you have the front of the chair. What we're going to be doing is kind of like when we're on the floor in table, only we're going to be in a standing position. So you want to be able to have a flat back. Make sure your chair, your prop that you're using is in a safe spot. And if you really want, you could get on the floor and do this in table, your choice. Okay, so we are in our modified table position. Put all the weight into your right foot. Now, let's do left foot first. Put all the weight into your left foot first. Let the right foot come up behind you. And draw the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, lift behind you. Exhale, draw knee into the chest. 3 more times like this. And then pause. Let's bring the knee out to the side and back. Inhale, lift out to the side and back. 3 more times. And then bring your foot back down to the floor. Pause here, take any movement you'd like. And then we'll switch over to the other side. So weight into the right foot, left leg lifts behind you. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, lift. 2 more times. And you can kind of do that cat-cow movement with the spine and the head, if that feels nice to you. Pause with the knees next to each other. And then lift the left knee out to the side and back down. Move with your breath. And really try to use the muscles, not the momentum. Only go as far as you can using muscles. And last time. Bring the foot back to the floor. Shake anything out that you'd like to shake. Maybe do a couple cat-cows. Maybe bend and straighten knees. And then come back to the flat back standing table. Put all your weight into your left foot. And this time we're going to take the leg out to the side and back. Inhale out to the side and back. Try to keep this in the muscles so you're really using the abductors on the side of the leg and the inside of the leg, the adductors. The hips are staying nice and still. And then when you feel fatigued, come to a rest. Take a nice breath. Shake if you want. Wiggle, wiggle. And then switch to the other leg. Weight into the right leg and left leg goes up and down. Out to the side and back. Really trying to keep the hips nice and still, making those muscles in your leg work. Hopefully you're feeling it. And pause. Probably feel good to wiggle the legs, wiggle the hips. And when you're ready, slowly come to a stand. And pause. Take a nice breath in. And blow it out. Shake anything out that needs shaking. And then we're going to begin our journey down to the floor. So getting yourself set up for that. I'm going to go through a sun salutation. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, sinking down into a chair. 3 long, slow breaths. Exhale into a forward fold. Think about where you'd like your journey to go next. Maybe taking the feet slightly wider apart, sinking into a squat, maybe walking the hands out, coming into the down dog, maybe lowering the knees, going into table. And as always, we'll meet in child's pose. Maybe taking about 3 to 5 breaths in stillness or movement where you are. And if you haven't begun that journey down towards the floor, begin making the connection with your mat, with the floor, until you end in child's pose. Allow the bones to feel heavy, the muscles to relax. Let the breath just flow. Be scanning from the top of the head down to the toes. Noticing if there's still areas that are tight, tense, achy. Be noticing other areas that feel great and energetic. One more long, slow breath. And then extend the arms out in front of you and lift the hips. Knees underneath the hips and come down onto the forearms. The hips are reaching back as the head's reaching forward. Look back towards your knees. Stay here in stillness. Or if you'd like to add a little movement, you could dive forward and back. And then slowly make your way down onto the belly. Use your hands as a little pillow underneath the forehead. Let the hips shimmy side to side. Allow the feet to be the distance that feels good to you. Maybe your feet like to be really close together. Maybe you'd rather take your feet up to like the corners of your mat. And allow yourself to slowly come into stillness. Draw the pelvic bone down towards the floor. Maybe you feel the lower back begin to flatten out. Push the feet into the floor, feeling the front of the legs engage. And then let everything relax. We'll do that again. Draw the pelvic bone down towards the floor, feeling the lower back flatten a little bit. Push into the feet, feel the front of the legs engaging. And then relax everything. Now bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We'll do that same thing. Draw the tailbone down towards the floor. Engage the legs. This time we're going to push our hands in for a little resistance and pull them back, feeling the head, neck, and shoulders float up. And then exhale, relax everything to the floor. And draw pelvic bone to floor, engage legs, push into the floor with the hands, draw back, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower back down. You can continue the same way, or maybe now you bring your hands down beside your body. You're going to be reaching the fingertips down towards the feet. So we engage through the hips, draw the pelvic bone down. Push the feet into the floor. Reach the fingertips down towards your heels. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. And exhale, lower. Relax. Maybe shimmy a little. Take a deep breath and blow it out. And one more time. Pelvic bone draws down. Tops of feet push down. Reach back towards your heels. Inhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. Take a few more breaths. Keep everything engaged. And then exhale, relax. Bend at the knees, maybe turn the head to a side. You can windshield wiper back and forth, or let the legs go round in circles. If you turn the head one side, whoops, and turn it the other. And then bring your hands under your shoulders, engage your core, and allow yourself to push into your table. Once you make it up into your table, take that movement that feels good to you. It can be just natural and organic circles and figure eights. Could be the cat-cow or the flossing the spine. Maybe you come back towards your heels If you have the mobility in your knees and your hips and your feet, maybe you sit. Getting some stretch through the ankles. Another thing, if you can, you could tuck the toes, get the stretch through the toes. Picking the journey that's right for you right now, and breathe. And then we'll slowly come back into our tabletop. From here, we're going to do a little bit of twisting action. So you can do it from table, or you could do it from a child's pose, whichever works for you. We're going to take our right arm and thread it underneath us. So from table, it would look like this. And a child's pose, you could walk your hands over to the right, or you could bring your arm across in front of you. Breathe into the side that you're stretching. And then come back to neutral, back to the center. And then we'll go to the other side. When you're ready, left arm reaches out to the side and under the body, or walk the hands over towards the left if you're in child's pose. Feeling a nice stretch through the left side of the body. And then slowly come back through center. Walk your hands back towards your knees so you come to standing on your knees. We'll start with a nice flow from side to side. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Move with your breath. One more time to each side. And then pause. We're going to bring our leg out to the side. So I think probably the best way to access this is to come back to table. Extend the leg out so the foot's flat on the floor. And you could stay here and move back and forth. Or maybe you walk your hands back and you come up to standing. And then you could come into a side stretch. Oops. You could stay here or go back to a neutral pose, or you can kind of cartwheel down towards the floor and lift your foot. You can stay here, or you could put the foot back down and come back to the side stretch. And if you chose to be in the tabletop position, you could be doing the same thing of lifting and lowering your leg out to the side. One more time, side stretch. And back over. And lower the foot, lower the hand, come back to table. Once you're there, again, allow yourself any organic movement that feels good. And then we'll extend the other leg out to the side. Remember, you can stay here, or you can walk your hands back, come up to a standing on your knees. We'll start with some side stretches, gently moving in and out. Maybe you pause for a couple breaths. And then for those of you who want to continue to over to the other side, bring the hand down. Maybe bring the arm over. Stay here or lift the leg. Lower the foot, reach up and over. And back the other way. Inhaling up and over. And exhaling back. Inhale back up to neutral. Bring the knee back to the floor. Go back into your table. Pausing here again, making any movement you want. And then when you're ready, sit back and around on and come on to your back. As you first come down to onto your back, allow yourself again to relax. Let the bones feel heavy, the muscles soften. Scan the body from the top of the head down to the toes. See if you can create more space, more ease. Gently shifting, lengthening, breathing. And then draw one knee in towards the chest and give it a hug. Wrap your hands around the knee so you can add in some resistance. So the knee's pushing into the hands as the hands gently pull back. And then bring your attention down to the hips, down to the tailbone. Draw the tailbone down towards the floor. Breathe. And then let everything go back. Then we'll draw the left knee in. Again, wrap the hands around the knee. Draw the hands towards you as the knee pushes away. And draw the tailbone down towards the floor. And then release everything. This time, bring both knees in. Hold on to outside the knees. Add a little resistance, pushing the knees into your hands towards you. Draw the tailbone down. And breathe. On your exhale, release everything down to the floor. This time we're going to go in the opposite direction. Right knee comes up. We'll place the hand on the thigh. So we're pushing into the thigh and the thigh's pushing into the hand. Again, drawing the tailbone down a little bit. And release. Moving to the other side, left knee up. Push the left hand into the left thigh into the left hand. Softly engage the core. And release. Let the right leg go up towards the ceiling and point and flex and point and flex and point and flex. And draw some circles. And then draw some circles the other way. I'm going to turn so you can see this better. We're going to let the bent leg go over one way as the straight leg goes the other. And maybe you place your hand on the outside of wherever you can reach. Make sure you're keeping your hips flat on the floor. Intention here is to feel some stretch through the outside of the leg, working it hard. Maybe you point and flex or do some circles. Then bring the knee and the leg up towards the ceiling. And then maybe you can hug your leg in towards you. Maybe you come into the figure 4 shape. whatever feels nice with that right leg. You could rock a little, you can stay in stillness. Three long, slow breaths. And then release that foot back to the floor. And we'll do the same on the left side. So left leg goes up and we point and flex and point and flex. Could even add the knee in if you wanted to, depending what's going on with you. And then some circles one way and some circles the other way. And then pause. We'll make that X again where our knees are kind of crossing. Maybe you hold on to the outside of the leg. Important here to keep the hips down so you're getting that stretch and not rolling up onto the side. And play around with the foot. And then bring things back to center. Maybe drawing the ankle down and grabbing onto it and rocking your leg across your body, maybe coming into a figure four. Listen to your body, see what it's asking for. And then bring both feet down to the floor. Pause, notice. Take a moment for any movement that would feel nice to you. Maybe taking your feet the distance of the mat and letting the knees go side to side. Maybe going into the happy baby. Listen to your body, what it wants. Maybe you're ready for your final relaxation pose. Enjoy 5 to 10 slow breaths. When you're ready, allow yourself to get comfortable in any shape where you can relax, let go. Scanning the body from the top of the head down to the toes. Noticing where you're still holding on. And give those areas permission to let go. As we did in the beginning, bring your attention to your nose. As you inhale, pay attention to the right nostril. Feel the air going in the right and out the left. And then in the left and out the right. Continue breathing this way for a few more rounds. And then when you feel ready, let go of the controlled breathing. Give yourself some time just to be. Nothing to do, no place to go. When you're ready, slowly, slowly begin to wake yourself up with gentle movements. Feel free to allow yourself to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. And take the next few moments just to reflect on the practice, noticing the breath as it moves in and out. Observing the mind. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart center. As we close out the practice today, we'll take 3 cleansing breaths. Let all the air out. Take a slow breath in. Gently sigh it out through the mouth. And again. Thank you for joining me this morning, allowing me to guide you through your yoga practice. May you be well, may you be safe, may you be loved. May you have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.